Hey guys, Greg here at the Vinyl Rundown. Got a big haul of records to show you. We spent some time at Atomic Records in Burbank yesterday. I'm going to go through these really quick because we got a lot to show you, and we may have a special guest to appear also. And by the way, this episode is sponsored by our friends at Jew Balance. Do you see that? That's inactive wear for middle-aged Jewish men. Do you guys know James Moody? Great saxophone player from the late bebop era, and this is Flute in the Blues, but luckily he plays sax on here just as much as he does flute. This is on Cadet Records, and it's got some vocals by his collaborator. Is it Eddie Jefferson? Yeah. This one is from the Near Freebie Pile collaboration by the great Jack Bruce on bass and the great guitar player Robin Trower. Haven't heard it yet, but how about the greatest hits by the Friends of Distinction, a soul group from the 70s, and you certainly know the song Grazing in the Grass, plus some other hits. Oh, here's a classical one, Corelli, Baroque music. I like to listen to Baroque stuff when I'm concentrating, studying, whatever. Turns out it's a library copy, so it's more beat up than I thought, but anything on the archive label, usually pretty good quality. Herbie Mann. Is he the most overrated jazz player of his era? Flute player, live at the Newport Jazz Festival. I like to grab his stuff because Sonny Chirac plays on a lot of his records, but not on this one, so this is kind of backgroundy cocktail music, but from the freebie pile also. Guys, I want to introduce to you my new lovely daughter-in-law, Jazzy. Huge record fan. And what's this one? Well, we know what that is.
Fiddler on the Roof, Topol's on there.
Are you in the shot? Is she in the shot, Kelly?
Yes. It is the original motion picture soundtrack with Topol on there.
United Artists. We don't know what year this is, though. Okay, we got a lot to go through, so we'll move quickly.
Pigeon, this is a Baroque pop record from 1969 with Joe Bryant on lead vocal.
Who is that? Is that someone we know?
Yeah, he's one of Morrissey's muses.
Oh, a Morrissey muse. And it's a pigeon sandwich. You see that? From the freebie pile, everyone loves
John Denver. You know, you gotta love him.
You can't go wrong with John Denver. Is this,
noted Muppets collaborator.
Muppets collaborator and ill-fated pilot. This is a beauty. This was not from Atomic Records. This was a gift from a special friend. Devo, Recombo DNA. Do we know anything about this record? Anybody?
It's a selection of outtakes post-1977. It's got a bunch of discs in there and other cool junk.
4-disc set with some posters and other stuff. Beautiful artwork. Our friends at Devo. And we have a massive Devo fan here, as you guys know. That's great. I love that artwork, by the way.
There's an original 1981 pressing of Oingo Boingo's debut album, Only a Lad.
Only a Lad with Mr. Elfman when he was young. Not as weird looking. This had a lot of hits on it, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Only
Little
a
Girls.
Lad. I Like Little Girls. Saw them in a club. What did we see them at the Palomino once, Kelly? Mm-hmm. Camera person? Okay. Here's one of the prize rarities from this collection.
Paul McCartney. It has some 1950s rock and roll standards.
Paul McCartney. That's Paul McCartney. Does it look like him? It barely looks like him. Paul McCartney in Russia on the Melodian label, the Russian state-run label. Do we know what any of this says?
This is Paul McCartney.
It's got a voice on this. And all the liner notes are in Russian. And is this like unauthorized? Did Paul McCartney authorize this? Do we know? Does he sing in English or Russian?
There's only one way to find out.
We don't know. Does not come with a poster or anything. Right.
We have quite a few She and Him records for you here. We have their first Christmas album, A Very She and Him Christmas.
She and Him is, well, you guys know it's Zoe Deschanel. Yeah. Who's him?
Him, so that's M. Ward. He also, he produces, he's actually from Ventura, guitar player.
Oh, down the street.
Mm-hmm. So that's volume 2.
Another She and Him.
They only produced 1,000 copies of those. So
limited edition, 1,000 copies on Merge Records. Oh no, we're not done. Oh my goodness, there's more.
Volume 3.
More She and Him.
Fun fact, they never toured that album, so very few live recordings of any of those songs.
This is an Urban Outfitters sticker. Somebody went to Urban Outfitters and turned it in. And, ooh, we saved the beauties for last. Who do we have here?
that
Who are
is
these two
The
ladies?
soundtrack of Viva Maria, so that's Brigitte Bardot and also Jean Moral. And I guess they get up to some shenanigans.
Brigitte Bardot in a Louis Malle classic from what, the 50s or the 60s?
I think that's from 65.
And that's another on United Artists. It's kind of a rare label, but we've got two on United Artists. Brigitte Bardot rocking the Gatling gun. Okay, did we save the best for last? Not really. The Temptations going through for the soul. This is, what is this? All Directions. Do we know anything about this record? Play that funky music? At the Temptations? I don't think so. There they are in their 70s glory. So, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Jazzy. That's been this week's record store day, not record store day, vinyl record haul. And if you buy this many records every month for 30 or 40 years, that's what your house looks like. So, that's a warning. Thanks, guys.